Bakhokho nomkholisana kwasendoda lesukhokho bathina bathu mavuna kuvala emzini amadoda u-Auntie Usha, your number one locksmith. Hey, it has been such a wonderful journey. Trust me, it's been such a wonderful journey. We started with blockages, we went to relationships, we went to opportunities, we went to hardworking. Because the reason, again, just to remind those who just joined us, Uhuti, the reason we started with blockages, there is nothing we can do if there's blockages. Blockages, it means you need to find out, you need to identify, and you need to accept what you know, man, there's blockages. You know, I do have things right, I do have my plans in order, but there's these blockages. You need to accept that. Then obviously you need to get help. You need to get your pastor, your healer, your prophet, whoever that you need. Sometimes you need psychological help. You know, sometimes there's something that you are dealing with mentally that needs a psychologist, psychiatrist, whatever. And after that, then you are able to identify the second topic we spoke about, which is relationships. And then if you get your relationships right, if you are able to identify what kind of a relationship you are in, and able to really get into knowing and understanding and be able to filter your relationships, then you are at the right position, or rather state of mind, in accepting and in identifying or in seeing opportunities that are coming your way, or opportunities that you've never realized, no man, you know, all this time I've taken this opportunity for granted, but there is a great opportunity. It's here, esandleni sami, but I didn't see it. I really took it for granted. Why you took it for granted, that led us to topic number 4, which is hard working. Hard working. There is nothing you can do if you don't work hard. You will never achieve anything. Keep on using I work smart, not hard. You need to work smart, but you need to work hard enough so that you are able to get into the position to say you are now working smart. You can only work smart if you know what you're doing. And for you to know what you're doing, you need to start by working hard. Period. You need to work hard. You need to push. You need to do nothing but your absolute best. You need to work hard. Whether you like it or not, guys, layer hard, layer, I'll always emphasize it. You need to work hard. Working hard, it means you wake up in the morning. You jump out of that bed on the freezing day, on the warm bed with somebody that you truly love. But if it's time to wake up, you need to say, Standa Sam, now it's the time. Your body must tell ukuthi, your standards must even tell ukuthi, you know what, if I can delay this person in bed, I know that I no longer have them in bed. I have something else, because their mind is no longer in bed. Their mind is in the world. Now it's time for themselves to plan their day, to exercise, to drink whatever that they drink every morning, whether it's hot water, coffee, tea. Doesn't matter what is that they do in the morning, it's their time to do that. And even the people that are around you, they end up realizing, no man, working hard pays. Kids, they realize, my parent is waking very early, waking up very early. My parents goes to bed early so that they can wake up early. My parents always have enough sleep. That's why during the day, they are very juvenile. They are very flexible. You know, they're very, they are there. You know, they are there. Nothing comes as a surprise. And also what is important in working hard, which what we're praying for on day 4, is that working hard makes you to excel in what you are doing. Working hard makes you to find the easier way of completing that task, because you already know A up to Z of whatever that you are doing. So if you know A up to Z for whatever that you're doing, you now think smart. How can I bypass this one? I bypass this one. If I bypass this one or this one, would I be putting myself into trouble? Will I be doing the right thing? Will things still be okay? So those are the questions that one needs to ask themselves when they're thinking now of saying, now is the time for me to work hard, or rather, now is the time for me to work smart. So it is up to us. Uguti, are we going to be too soft towards the what you call? Are we going to be too soft towards the opportunities that we're in? Are we going to be just casual with the relationships that we are in? Are we going to not care or think that we will deal with blockages in a smart way? I don't think so. We need to work hard. Day one, it was blockages. Day two, it was relationships prayer. Day three, it was opportunities. Day four, it was hard working. Today, I'm spiritually proud to announce what we are praying for. Today, we are praying for self-believing, and I called it selfie believing. Selfie believing, because I want us to think about it in a way, Yoguti. You have made use of, you have got rid of the opportunity, the blockages very well. Got rid of your like solve your relationships very well, and then the opportunities were dealt with very carefully, and you're working hard. And even when you take that selfie of yourself, if you're looking at yourself and taking that selfie, the smile is genuine. It smile is genuine. You're looking at yourself and say, and when you look at your what you call your face on that screen, and you smile and say, I'm doing this, yeah, I believe I can do this. I'm doing it, no matter what. I'm in it. I've got it. I've got this, and I'm running with it. No matter what, I'm doing this. You look at yourself as if you are taking a selfie. And even if when you look at yourself in the mirror, as if you are taking a selfie, you are saying to yourself, I got this. I'm doing this. This is all mine. This is nothing but me. I'm doing this. I'm going forward with this. I want to master this. I want to dominate in this space that I'm in. I'm doing this. I love this. I've met this young man, Utami Mpanza, who's working for us. Utami is very passionate when it comes to funeral business. Lalela, Utami is very passionate. Lalela, Utami is one colleague at Goko Funerals that prays for people to die. I must tell. Lalela, Utami will miss attending a funeral. Utami, that is Utami. Utami, when I visit them at the offices, when there's a funeral passing by, and Tami will say, "Hey, Sarugaz, abang bizanga ngani?" That is Utami Mpanza for you. He loves what he's doing, and he's working hard for it. He's always early at work. He delivers at work. He does everything, Utami, that is tasked to do. Utami, if he's going to be late, he's going to announce to say, I'm late, and he's going to give you a proof to why is he late without you asking for it. You understand? And still, he's late, and whatever that made him to be late, it's a very sensitive issue. He's a very sensitive issue. Like the other day, his brother was sick, and he had to take his brother to the hospital, and he was waiting with his brother at the hospital. Then he left the brother at the hospital, went home, took a bath, and came to work. Then the manager said, no, you can go home early. Why? Because he believes Uguti, he loves this job. Then I said to the lady that, oh, what a blessing person that I have in my life. The lady that is taking calls, Ma'am Rose. And I said to her, Ma'am Rose, you know what? Ever since you worked here, you have never taken a day off. We have never taken a leave in years that you've been working here. The response was, yes, I don't know. It was a confusing response from her, because one of the things she said on her messages was that no, Gogo, I'm not going to take a leave in December. I'm going to be here because I've taken this as my own. I've taken this office as my own. I'm enjoying it. You know, if I have a problem, I will ask for that time and then I'll go. And if I feel tired, I will take a leave. I will ask you to say, can I please go and rest a bit at home? Yes, I love that and everything, but you can realize, Oguti, this person believe in themselves. You know, if you work to such an extent to feel, Oguti, if you are not at work, things are not going to happen. I'm not saying people, they must go to work even if they don't feel like. No, I was offering her to say, go stay home for the whole month. We will see what we do. You can train one staff member to do this and everything. And she said, not that I don't trust them. It's not a matter of trust. It's a matter that I'm not tired. I want to push. Why is Umam Kwanazi does that? Why is Utami does that in terms of making sure Uguti they are at work, they pitch, they show up. We have a funeral, they are there. Sometimes we have a funeral on Friday and Saturday, they are there, they are pushing. Why is that? I've spoken about it yesterday. I'll start with today's topic. One, they believe in themselves. It's a selfie believing. Uguti, this thing, it will happen, and it will happen better if I'm there. But they are not big-headed about it. They're very humble individuals. They respect other staff members. They respect the new staff members. They respect other supporting staff members. So they understand that we're working as a team, because you cannot run a funeral as an individual, as if nobody else man. So they are able to allow people to take other tasks, but they understand the failure of this project, of this particular funeral. It's not going to be the failure for Ikoko funerals only. I mean, it's not going to be a failure for individuals. It's going to be the failure for the business. So if the business is misrepresented, it means we are not going to get another business. If you're working hard, you think to that level. So coming to self-believing, you need to believe this task, it cannot be complete if I truly give myself in. If I don't believe in myself, why can I believe these people that I'm in this task, they must believe in themselves? When you're not believing in yourself. Those are the things that we need to ask ourselves. But we are refusing, and intentionally so, we are refusing these things. It can be done. It can be done. But we don't want to get into that. We don't want to accept that. All we say, no, we will see. Hey, these days I don't trust myself. You know, at work, they don't recognize me. At work, they don't see my efforts. These people, what. For as long as you are feeling low of yourself, who must feel comfortable to trust you? There's this thing that if you cannot explain your idea into a 4-year-old or a 3-year-old, then no one will understand your idea. I don't believe in that, because there are ideas that are bigger than the mind of a 4-year-old. However, if you are confident with yourself, if you have a self-believing, you will be able to pass the message to a youngest person on the planet or on the room, and that person, at least they will understand one thing, because you'll be able to explain it in a smarter way. You'll be able to reduce yourself because you have worked very hard on this. You knew about this opportunity. You studied this opportunity from the people that you have a very good relationship with, because of their no blockages on top. That was topic number 1. So when it gets lower and lower and lower, or higher and higher in numbers, as it is on number 4, on your selfie believing, you know for the fact that you are confident that you'll do it. You're going to make it. No matter what, I'm going to do this. I'm very comfortable with this. I'm going to do this. You need that. There's something that you cannot replace on a person or on yourself if you have a self-believing. If you believe in yourself, if you believe with this thing it will work, I'm telling you, you are positively prophesizing. You are claiming success. And trust me, it's going to happen. No matter what is going to happen. And if you are self-believing and you don't achieve what you wanted to achieve, you don't feel disappointed. You said, I've done my best. I've done my absolute best. I was there. I gave it all. Because you'll realize what you are human. And sometimes you are bound to fail. Sometimes you are bound not to achieve what you have planned or what you're going to achieve. And if you realize that, you are not going to be grumpy individuals, because people who are not working hard, people who don't see opportunities, people who don't have good relationships, people who with lots of blockages, they tend to be grumpy. They blame everyone. I would have achieved this. Usman Ban was supposed to do this. Usman Ban was supposed to do this. But if you're working hard, if you worked hard, if you knew Uguti, how important is this opportunity, if you knew Uguti, the relationships that you are in with these people is healthy or not healthy, if you knew about if you ask yourself, are there blockages that might disturb me in this relationship, blockages that might disturb me in this opportunity, that must disturb me in me working hard, then trust me, when it comes to self-believing, you won't believe in yourself. You'll want to rely on other people. You'll want to rely on other people. You must go to a public hospital and you must ask them, why are the windows broken? You must go to a school. You must ask such a question, why there's no gate in the school, why there's what. They'll tell you about the government, they'll tell you about this and everything. Then the person will forget how much money that goes to other people's pockets. Money that was sent to a school, was sent to that particular hospital or clinic or whatever for them to maintain the school, to maintain these things. There's somebody who sent me a picture of a family member who is in hospital, in government hospital. I was set to see the picture of the person that was in hospital. Then I've asked myself, do we still have beds in hospital that have so much stains? How does the CEO of that hospital believe in themselves which they can make a change? You ask yourself such questions. So today we are talking about self-believing, selfie-believing. You need to believe in yourself. You need to believe Uguti, you can make it. You are capable. No matter what, you will make it. You will make it. There are people who have planned between January and now, Uguti, they want to make a difference. They want to go and get help. As soon as they get bonuses, they want to go and get help. But because they don't believe in themselves, they've changed. How many of us have achieved our New Year's resolutions? 1%. What happened to the 99%? They didn't have self-believing. They did not believe what they can make it. They can make a change in their lives. How many of people who says, I want to stop drinking alcohol, but you're blaming your friends? I've never seen a tavern or group of friends with a rope, whereby when there's time to make you drink, they will fasten you on the chair and then they will force you to drink. It's a decision. It's a choice that you've made for you to achieve whatever, for you to drink that. I've never seen somebody being given drugs to say, smoke, nenkani. It's a choice. And those with self-believing will say, I will never be in this jail ever again. I'm getting out of drug and alcohol abuse in my life no matter what. Self-believing. Self-believing. People tend to believe in themselves. The people that are successful, the people that we say, bayazibona, they think they're better, they think they're special. Guess what? They are special because they are making a difference in their lives. They are special because of they believe in themselves. That's why we have failing businesses. That's why we have failing relationships, because you get into a relationship because you are expecting the other person to be perfect, to other person to believe in themselves, but where now you don't believe in yourself. There's no self-believing in yourself. You want your staff members to deliver, to believe in your own brainchild, in your idea, but when not you believe in your idea, when how much do you respect your brand. In all business that I had, and the little that I have, I always strive to say, I hate it when there's an announcement that is written by a marking pen or a pen. Can't we type it and pay that 20 Rand at the internet cafe to print it out? Can't we do that? Can't we? Why? Because it's a respecting of the brand. It's a respecting of the business. You find a person says, I'm doing signages, but their sign is written in a painting brush. But you are saying to me, you are doing signages. You can't even invest in your own signages. Somebody say will write a big advert saying, I'm doing a motor spraying. I'm a panel beater. Panel beating, you are dealing with paint. Can't you invest? Can't you believe in your work and get a door of a car and write there on top of the car, nicely printed sticker on that car door, and advertise it there? Somebody will have an idea what is happening with that door. Then they read, then they realize, okay, this person is doing a spray painting, and they can see the quality on that door that is written your advert. How is that? But that can only be done by someone who believes in themselves, because if you believe in yourself, you're going to believe in what you are doing. That's the difference. And you believe what you are doing, your customers are going to believe in you, because everything that you touch, everything that you do, it has your DNA of self-believing. And if it has that DNA, trust me, the financial breakthrough will be on your fingertips. You will feel, you will have, you will change, you will make a difference. You will have that financial breakthrough because there are people that believes in you because you believed in yourself first. And when it comes to paying, they don't mind to pay what you charge them. People, they come to you and they ask for discounts. They've asked for credit because they can see you don't have a self-believing in your craft. They can see you don't believe in what you are doing. That's why you are willing to give it on credit. That's why you are willing to do everything that it takes for you to charm. It's not even to you, it's not even spiritual. Now there are people that I can assist without asking for the money. There's something that tells me to say, this one doesn't have money. Even if they can give you now, don't take it. That thing does come. But in general, you cannot give things on credit, mahana. If you have a self-believing, what you are doing, it works. It works. Let me stop there. Let me stop there. Again, allow me to encourage those that have missed the beginning or bebawa, bakhuzuka, bawa in a process. You can always start afresh. Don't feel any guilty. No, 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 no. This is the moment. As long as you are alive, this is your platform to do mistakes. As long as you rectify them, as long as you stand up and dust yourself and do it again. There's no correction. I wish my father can realize their correction, or my mom, and for them to come back and fix it. Then I'll have an opportunity to have parents again. But no, they are not coming back. Abezi, they are gone with their mistakes. So this is the platform in this world. For as long as in the morning you wake up and your eyes are open, you are still alive, you must know that is your opportunity to make what you made wrong to be right. To fix things, to fix relationship, to do unblocking of things in your life, to look for those good relationships, to look for good and identify good opportunities. For you to work hard. If you wake up in the morning, it's an opportunity for you to work hard towards making sure you don't go back to where you are. If you were given a treatment and you know you have messed up the treatment, go back to the healer. If it means you need to pay again, pay, because you know you are the one who made a mistake. Don't push blames to any other people. Work hard towards making sure you do it again. And this time around, the treatment that you got, you're going to do it to the best of ability. It's possible. Trust me, it's possible. Today, we're talking self-believing. Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe, as you are doing that ancestral prayer on financial breakthrough, do you believe in yourself, you will get a financial breakthrough? Do you believe? When, do you believe? Forget about what people say about you. Is their opinion. Is their opinion. It's not your destination. What they feel about you, it has nothing to do with you. It's their opinion. When, do you believe now? When do you believe now? It's a sad question to ask, because a lot of people don't believe in themselves. A lot of people, they cannot believe they can change their lives. A lot of people, they don't believe they can live the better life compared to what they're living. At the end of the day, it's our choice, guys. It's a choice. I've said it many times to say, success is not luck. It's a decision. It's a choice. Self-believing is not luck. It's not something that you will earn. You don't earn self-believing. You make it happen. It's something that you need to feel it. It's something that you need to give it to yourself. No one must give yourself a believing. You cannot earn. You can earn a respect because you respect others. But you cannot earn a self-believing. Because if you want to earn a self-believing, it means you'll want to do things because you want people to praise you. You don't believe in yourself because you've never worked hard towards it. Simple. So all these videos, as they're following each other, gradually so. Alright, guys, if we don't take this message from Ubathini Mbatha, nami as ugogo Ubathini Mbatha, I do follow Ubathini Mbatha. As Ubathini Mbatha, I do follow Gogo Ubathini Mbatha. Because Gogo Ubathini Mbatha and Ubathini Mbatha are two different people. That must be clear. Are two different people. And I always tell people, those ones that comes to me with their face to say, there's Gogo Ubathini Mbatha and there's Ubathini Mbatha. Those are two different people. Because sometimes if you humble yourself into people, and people, they think you are stupid. They think, There's nothing you can do. The people will like to insult you, to do that, to just dance on your head. Believe in Oguti, you stupid. We're not there. Salwa Sendos, Tozan.